Welcome to our third lecture. In our previous sessions, we explored quantum business systems and neural architecture. Today, we're going to focus on something that directly impacts your bottom line, quantum revenue engineering. We're going to discover how these advanced systems can fundamentally transform the way organizations generate and maximize revenue. Let me start with a story that perfectly illustrates the power of quantum revenue systems. In late 2024, a medium-sized e-commerce company was struggling with declining margins despite steady sales growth. They had tried everything: traditional pricing optimization, market segmentation, promotional strategies. Nothing seemed to move the needle significantly. Then they implemented their first quantum revenue system. Within 3 months, something remarkable happened. This brings us to our first principle of quantum revenue engineering: revenue entanglement. Just as quantum particles can be entangled, affecting each other instantly across any distance, revenue streams in modern business are deeply interconnected in ways that traditional analytics often miss. Let me share a practical example. A software company implemented quantum revenue analysis across their product line in 2025. The system discovered that when customers use certain features in their entry-level product, it created a 92% correlation with upgrading to premium services within 6 months. But quantum revenue engineering goes far beyond simple pattern recognition. It introduces what we call quantum state optimization, the ability to simultaneously analyze and optimize multiple revenue states. Consider this example from the financial services sector. A regional bank implemented quantum revenue systems across their retail banking division. Traditional banking looks at products separately: mortgages, savings accounts, investment products. In traditional revenue models, we typically think of customer value in linear terms: how much they spend, how often they buy. Quantum value superposition recognizes that customers exist in multiple value states simultaneously, and measuring one aspect can affect others. Let me illustrate this with a real-world example. A retail chain implemented quantum value analysis in their customer relationship management system. Instead of simply tracking purchase history, the system began analyzing what we call value quantum states, the multiple potential value levels each customer could represent depending on various interactions and triggers. Consider this fascinating case study. A healthcare provider implemented quantum revenue analysis across their network in 2025. The system began mapping what we call revenue fields, areas of potential revenue that exist around current revenue streams. For example, they found that their preventive care programs, while generating minimal direct revenue, created powerful revenue fields that increased the effectiveness of their specialty care services. By optimizing these revenue fields, they increased their overall revenue by 43%, while actually reducing costs by 28%. A technology company implemented quantum revenue coherence analysis across their product ecosystem. The system identified what we call coherent revenue paths, sequences of product adoptions and upgrades that maximize both customer value and company revenue. Consider this example from the manufacturing sector. A company implemented quantum revenue network analysis across their supply chain and distribution channels. The system began identifying what we call entangled revenue nodes, points in the business where revenue streams could be connected to create amplification effects. As we move toward the end of this lecture, let's explore how quantum revenue engineering integrates with the neural business systems we discussed in our previous session. The combination creates what we call adaptive revenue intelligence, systems that can not only identify revenue opportunities but learn and evolve to create new ones. Let me share a final example that brings everything together. A global services company implemented a quantum neural revenue system in 2025. The quantum components allowed the system to analyze multiple revenue states simultaneously, while the neural components learned from the results to continuously improve revenue generation strategies. The system developed the ability to create what we call quantum revenue evolution, the continuous optimization of revenue streams based on learning from multiple quantum states. As we conclude this lecture, I encourage you to think about how these principles might apply to your own organization. In our next lecture, we'll explore biodigital integration, how to combine biological and digital systems to create even more powerful business capabilities. Remember, quantum revenue engineering isn't just about making more money, it's about fundamentally transforming how we think about and generate value in business.